Hello, my name is David Gruger. I live at 115 East Lakeshore Drive, just across the street from Lake Sequoia. Moved here in 2000, actually bought the house 2008, moved back here, retired in 2009. So the amenities I currently use is mostly the lakes is what I tend to use personally. My family uses the pools though. From our current amenities, what I consider to be the highest priorities for repairs and upgrades would be obviously our pools, our community centers. The buildings need attention. I believe that we should also consider greatly the cleaning up and fixing up the RV park as well as campgrounds. How would I project we increase incomes is a tricky one. I think the commissioners all need to seriously sit down and review all the fees, user fees that we have to include guest user fees and boat stickers and permits, because once our assessment's paid off, the amenity should be operating on user fees. So I've kind of spoken on some of the campground issues before, and I think that we need to keep that, clean it up. It's already generating a profit. We need to put that back in. On the income part also, I think that we need to really seriously look at what debt we have hanging over our head and see if we can get that paid off as quickly as possible. I don't think we should go into debt unless we go into a very good reason for a capital improvement. And then that would require a new assessment and so on. How I would pose building a stronger relationship with CVCID and the city. First, I really don't see a relationship between the two other than we're encompassed by the same boundaries. CID's governed by a specific law, and there shouldn't be any commingling of any funds or monies between the two. Now, that being said, I think we should have a working relationship with the city, because the better our amenities are, the better the city's going to be able to promote people coming here to live. Likewise with the city can, or CID can have better sales on the properties here, which means more paying members. And I think the city's responsibility in that part of it would be, better streets. But that's just my opinion. And since I'm not running for city position, it doesn't make a difference. So bottom line is CID needs to focus on itself at this moment. I think it needs to get our ducks in a row. We need to get our amenities up to par and to standards that our property owners would expect. How would I handle conflict between commissioners? I'm fairly easy to get along with. And in this kind of setting, you'll never see me get into heated discussion. I think all of us would have a chance to present our opinion and thoughts to each other commissioner. It's completely up to the chairman of the board or the chairman of the commissioners to run the meeting. And if we've got a strong commissioner and following Robert's rules, that commissioner should be able to put a stop to any disagreements or arguing that goes on. That's about all I have. I'd like to thank you for your time and the time spent watching this. I would ask for your confidence in your vote when it comes time. I'd like to thank my wife of 28 years for putting up with me and putting up with this, and it's not a big deal, but she's behind me, and I'm grateful for that. But I can assure you guys that I will be one of the people on the commission that is a voice for you, and we'll be fighting to make sure we stay on the right and narrow path.